Hello and welcome to week form of the week. Welcome to Helen's Language Home and thanks for watching this mini lesson on spoken English. This is part of a video series about reductions, weak forms. This happens when words are unstressed and pronounced in the weak form. Many vowels in weak forms are replaced by the schwa sound, It's important to recognise weak forms in spoken English because they sound different to how you might expect. The weak form of the week is but. That's how it's pronounced in the strong form. In the weak form, you will hear but. The in but is replaced by the schwa sound when it's weak. So but. In this lesson, we're looking at the word but in the strong form, but in the weak form. But can you recognise the weak form of but? But can you recognise the weak form of but? You need to recognise the weak form of but because in everyday spoken English, but is usually unstressed. When but is unstressed, it is often linked to the next word if the next word begins with a vowel. Listen out for it in this next sentence. I usually go out on Thursdays, but not tonight. I usually go out on Thursdays, but not tonight. I can't meet tonight for a drink, but I could do Friday. Can't meet tonight for a drink, but I could do Friday. I want to go out tonight, but everyone's busy. I want to go out tonight, but everyone's busy. Okay, so what's happening? I usually go out on Thursdays, but not tonight. 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 You can hear the b and then it's a schwa, b. The T is sometimes pronounced, sometimes it's not. It's very common not to pronounce the T in spoken English at the end of a word, especially when it's next to a consonant, but not tonight. I can't meet tonight for a drink, but I could do Friday. But I could do Friday. But, followed by the I. I is weak, sounds like butter. Sounds like butter that you spread on bread. But butter, but I could do Friday. I want to go out tonight, but everyone's busy. But everyone is busy. But, linked to everyone, but everyone is busy. Okay? Let's see if you can recognise them. Listen and write down what I say. 1. Yesterday, I went to a restaurant, but it was closed. Yesterday, I went to a restaurant, but it was closed. Number 2. So I went to the pub, but every table was full. So I went to the pub, but every table was full. 3. I walked into the beer garden, but outside was too hot. I walked into the beer garden, but outside was too hot. Number 4. But I shouldn't complain about the sun. But I shouldn't complain about the sun. Number 5. But I'm British. We always moan about the weather. But I'm British. We always moan about the weather. I'll read them all, one after another. Yesterday, I went to a restaurant, but it was closed. So I went to the pub, but every table was full. I walked into the beer garden, but outside was too hot. But I shouldn't complain about the weather. Shouldn't complain about the sun. But I'm British. We always moan about the weather. Okay, let me know how well you did. Could you recognise but? What other words were hard to recognise? Let me know and I will make videos for you. Okay? Here are the answers. Yesterday, I went to a restaurant, but it was closed. But it was closed. So I went to the pub, but every table was full. But every. So I went to the pub, but every table was full. I walked into the beer garden, but outside was too hot. But outside, but outside was too hot. Can you hear how all these buts are linked to the next word? Because the next word begins with a vowel. There's no space. It sounds like one word. It's very hard to recognise but when it's linked. But I shouldn't complain about the sun. But I shouldn't complain about the sun. But I'm British. We always moan about the weather. So all these buts are linked to the next word beginning with a vowel. All the words in blue are weak. If you want me to make a video on any of these, let me know. Okay, that's it. That was a long one. You can read more at helenslanguagehome.com or on my Facebook page. And don't forget, sign up for the mailing list. Okay, see you next week. Bye.